my background is there are more and more data presented in the style of table and chart. But I got problem is that even though my students have good understanding of the text and the number on the table and the chart, but they still have difficulty comprehending and understanding the materials on the table and the chart. So I'm going to design a course to fill for these needs. So 3 goals are identified. Next, thank you. So I analyzed these instructional goals. The first is to teach them to understand some features of the table and the chart, and the second is to teach them to interpret the data from the table and the chart. And for the last goal is to teach them to make table and chart by Microsoft Excel. And here is the prerequisite skill of this design course. And next. Okay, the next is the analysis of learner and the content. The learner, they are 7 to 9 grades, and they are mild to moderate mental retardation. And for context, the time when I conducted this design course is November, and the weather is very cozy, so no air conditioner is required. I just pick up some important attributes to introduce. So for the rest, probably you can see them on the slide. Okay, next. Next is the design phase of my design course. For the first is to write objective for the goals, and the second is to develop assessment instruments. So I'm just going to show you my assessment instruments. The first is the oral test. I have developed a checklist for me when I ask student questions. I will ask them according to this checklist, and I will document it according to the results of their answers. Okay, close. The second one is pencil paper test. For the pencil paper test, I have a portfolio test, and the questions actually are adapted from my instructional materials. Okay, close. And then is the I think is performance test, because for my third goal is to teach students to make table and the chart by PC. It's hard to just use a pencil paper test to gauge their ability. So I developed the performance test. It's just an instruction and step-by-step instruction. They just follow it, and I observe them how they did it. Okay, close. And for the participation, I just observe how they participated in my course. So that's my instructional assessment instrument. The next is the media and the strategy. For media, PowerPoint was selected as my main tool to deliver my learning content. It's because it's easier for me, and PowerPoint was specially designed for presentation. And for strategies, I have designed my model of instructional and learning strategies. I have 3 phases. First is present and listen. Actually, I I present the content and students listen to my lecture. And in the second phase is question and answer. I will ask students some questions, and students answer the questions to review the content, and I will know how they absorb the content. And in the last phase is assign and determine. I will assign them some target work based on my learning content, and the students will determine the answer, and I can observe the process so that I will know whether they learn or not. Okay, next is the slide is showing you the handouts and the workbook and the certificate. In my design course, I have some materials. The first is handouts. When I was making lectures in my design course, I will hand my student out with this slide, just like it's shown on the slide. But of course, I won't hand them in the English version. So this is Chinese version. I will hand out them the slide, and when they are concentrating on my slide, they will both have a hard copy on their desk. So I'm going to show, there is a linkage in the corner of the slide. It's called My Performance. The performance actually is a merit chart made by Microsoft Excel. So when students have good performance, I will add them some points here, and their bar will increase, so they will feel happy about it. Okay, close. And the second material is the handbook. The questions in the handbook are adopted from the handouts, so they will practice their learning content in class or as assignment. Okay, close. And after they have completed the requirements of my design course, I will award them a certificate like this, so they can achieve the experience of success. Okay, next. In the next slide is the implementation phase. Actually, I have developed a syllabus to integrate all the important information in the syllabus. Okay, so I have some video. What I'm going to show you is the tutoring service. I think I should select some of them. When students are making table and chart by PC, sometimes they will have difficulty. They will have difficulty manipulating the computer. So I will provide a tutoring service and help them to figure out. Oh, I think it's not working, but it's okay. Okay, next, just select next. The next slide is the evaluation phase of my design course. I think it's overlapping with the data collection and analyze, that just like I'm showing you in the previous slide. So I'm not going to repeat it, so you can see it on the slide. Okay, next. So that's my study, the research findings for the first focus. Then I'm going to show you the second findings of my research. The focus is going to explore how students perform. So I'm going to show you in terms of 3 dimensions.